Hello, I'm Amy Blaylock. Welcome to City Hall this week. We begin with the City Administration's 2012-2013 proposed $372 million budget. City Manager Tom Bonfield presented the proposed spending plan to the City Council during its May 21st meeting. The plan represents a $10 million increase from last year's spending, but includes a smaller general fund budget to pay for the city's core services.
The proposed general fund budget, which meets the city's core service needs, is $176.6 million. Core service needs include ensuring that the city is staffed and equipped to handle public safety needs through the police, fire, emergency communication, and emergency management departments, with budgets totaling more than $80 million, or 45% of the general fund budget.
Bonfield's proposed budget does include a property tax increase of 1 cent per $100 of assessed property value, an increase that would raise the annual taxes for the owner of a $150,000 home by $15. The additional money raised by the increase would go toward a dedicated funding source for affordable housing initiatives.
A dependable, affordable, and quality housing stock is a cornerstone to thriving, livable neighborhoods. And while Durham is blessed with countless thriving neighborhoods, we know that there is much work to be done to assure that all Durham residents can enjoy quality housing.
Rate increases on average of about $1.26 more per month for water and sewer charges, as well as an average $5.40 yearly increase for stormwater rates, are also recommended. The water and sewer increases would support operational and maintenance needs. The stormwater increase would support major capital projects associated with the Falls and Jordan Lake rules. Also included in the proposed budget are programs and initiatives that will continue to strengthen and diversify Durham's economy, as well as help provide economic opportunities for residents.
We are recommending funding an additional $400,000 for neighborhood commercial revitalization in targeted neighborhoods to continue to enhance the tax base and create jobs for Durham residents and reduce poverty and crime. This past year, $386,000 of these similar funds were committed to 2 development projects in East Durham that will leverage over $12 million in private investment and create an estimated 200 temporary jobs and 38 new full-time jobs.
The new downtown Durham Business Improvement District will finally get off the ground with a 7-cent tax rate per $100 of a property's assessed value. The designation of the district and its additional funding will allow the city to offer enhanced services for the downtown area. A public hearing on the budget will be held on June 4th. Final approval is set for June 18th. For more information on the proposed budget, visit the Budget and Management Services Department homepage on the city's website. The 2012 paving season is underway, and the city is working to make sure potential roadblocks don't stand in the way of reaching this year's repaving goals. While work on the planned project is progressing, the city had hoped to be able to pave additional streets with the 2010 voter-approved bond funds. Unfortunately, there are a couple of factors making that look less likely to happen.
The extent of the deterioration we saw on the city streets was worse than we had anticipated, and in some cases we had to go down 18 inches to make some of these repairs. Plus, we've seen a rise in the cost of petroleum products, and it's as much as 22% over the past year. These are issues that we have to address within the cost estimate, and they're always going to be a factor in any project.
Despite those obstacles, the number of projects completed in 2011 stayed on track, and it looks like the same will hold true for 2012.
For 2011 and 2012, we had a listing that we published, and we'll be able to take care of everything on that list.
Contingency funds, money already in the city's budget, and other funding sources mean no additional taxpayer dollars will be needed to cover the cost of the remaining repaving projects.
Additional bond funding in the amount of $1.5 million is being made available through a planned debt issuance, and with that funding we should be able to take care of the whole project with no additional funds needed.
To find out more about the progress of Durham's repaving projects, visit durhamoperationgreenlight.org or follow on Twitter at Durham Streets. The city is continuing its supportive projects focused on addressing the ongoing need for more affordable housing in Durham. $505,000, half of which will come from federal housing funds, will be spent to support the efforts of an organization called Community Alternatives for Supportive Abodes, or CASA. The money will go toward the development of a 10-unit permanent housing apartment building for people who are homeless and have disabilities. The apartments will be located at 1600 Sedgefield Street and will be geared primarily toward formerly homeless veterans. A resolution allowing the Housing Authority to issue its tax-exempt multifamily housing bonds will benefit the Greens of Pine Glen Affordable Housing Redevelopment Project. The 168-unit apartment complex is located off Highway 54 in South Durham. Because of the redevelopment efforts, the apartments will remain affordable to people earning at or below 60% of the area median income. And $142,000 in housing bond program income will be spent for additional architectural and engineering services in the Southside neighborhood. The contract with the Center for Community Self-Help will allow for more site preparation, construction observation, and other design services. These services will be for the initial home ownership units along Hillside Avenue, South Street, Scout Drive, Piedmont Avenue, and Beeman Street. Construction on the new homes is expected to begin in December. Significant steps are being taken to improve the chances of survival for cardiac arrest patients. Find out what they are and how you can get involved when City Hall This Week continues.
This can't be happening. This can't be happening.
Of course it's not happening. Armored car. Listen, having money isn't about luck. Make your own coffee, save $1,000 a year. Feed me. Feed the pig.
2 outs with a runner on first base. Now the big guy comes up to bat, hitting .342 with 92 RBIs and 36 homers.
Chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Welcome back. The city is moving ahead with plans to establish an emergency medical services foundation in Durham with the hopes of improving the chances of survival for cardiac arrest patients. The new fund will be sponsored by the Medic One Foundation in Seattle, Washington, and will be managed locally by the Durham Fire Department with one primary goal in mind.
Create a foundation or fund in your own department to help raise money so it could be used for equipment purchase and public education.
The fund will allow the fire department to improve medical care to Durham residents in several different ways.
First of all, we'd like to fund additional training or specialized training for our personnel. We want to provide training for the public in CPR at no cost. We want to buy specialized equipment for ourselves here at the fire department, specialized AEDs, as well as purchase AEDs that we can place in the public, and that will be at schools, businesses, large and small, and we want to do all of this at no cost.
For anyone who may not know, AED stands for Automatic External Defibrillator.
Basically, when people go into what's known as sudden cardiac arrest, their heart is in a rhythm that we call ventricular fibrillation. Basically, it's just quivering. And what the AED does is it shocks the heart, causes it to stop, and since the heart has its own pacemakers, hopefully the heart will start beating back on its own properly.
Money for the new fund will be raised through private donations. It appears your overall level of satisfaction with issues surrounding safety in Durham is improving. Encouraging news stemming from the 2011 Resident Satisfaction Survey and the focus of this week's What Durham is Saying. The survey shows that 49% of those who responded are satisfied with the overall feeling of safety in the city. That's a slight increase over the results from 2009, but a dramatic improvement from 2005, when only 37% said they were satisfied with safety in Durham.
A number of factors may be contributing to residents' more positive safety perceptions. Foremost, the downward trend of crime itself. Part 1 index crime, which is the total of all violent crimes and property crimes, realized a 10-year low in 2011. Also, enforcement and suppression initiatives like Operation Bullseye have been quite successful. Since its implementation in 2007, Operation Bullseye has yielded 51% in violent gun crime in that target area, and also has virtually eliminated the target hotspot that once plagued that area. Maybe that citizens are feeling more secure as a result of warrant squad efforts. That's a new unit formed 2 years ago, and in that short time the officers have served more than 7,000 warrants on more than 2,000 subjects. So certainly all those things, I believe, are contributing to residents' more positive safety perceptions.
Breaking the results down further, 64% are satisfied with the quality of police protection. But they do believe that it is one of 3 major categories of city services that should receive the most emphasis over the next 2 years.
Over the next 2 years, police protection will be improved with the help of new technologies. For example, last year we started phase 2 of our in-car camera system upgrades. And so by having this enhanced video technology with improved storage and retrieval process, it will result in hopefully greater police protection and perhaps stronger court cases. Also, we implemented AVL, which is automatic vehicle location technology, in collaboration with Durham 911 over the last year. And basically that facilitates the patrol car closest to an incident rather than the district. So you get the closest car available to respond to your call.
86% of those who responded to the survey feel most safe walking alone in their neighborhood during the day, followed by 64% when visiting a recreation center, 60% walking in downtown, and 56% walking alone in their neighborhood at night. All of these categories are up from the 2009 survey, but police officials say everyone can play a part in improving those perceptions even further.
In addition to police efforts, it's also important that citizens themselves be engaged to what's going on right outside their front door. So with that, enhanced crime prevention outreach efforts is always a priority for us and is a strong factor in safety and people's perception of safety in their neighborhood. So we want to revamp the Neighborhood Watch program, make it more appealing for people to serve as block captains, and make it easier for them to serve, as well as make it easier for our crime prevention officers to manage all those communities that come on board. We're also considering the establishment of a citizen observer patrol in the downtown district. As we have more residents that are living downtown as a result of our revitalization efforts, it's important that we get a good core group of citizens to serve on that unit, to serve as trained eyes and ears, and to support the police department in non-emergency roles.
Evidence of the fact that public safety and perceptions of safety are key priorities for the city and its goal of serving Durham's residents in the most efficient and effective ways possible. Find out how the city's fire protection services rank among resident satisfaction and what is being done to improve those services in our next What Durham is Saying segment. The City of Durham is offering a pat on the back to some of its unsung heroes. Find out who they are and why they deserve our praise when City Hall This Week continues.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Welcome back. We all appreciate a pat on the back for a job well done every now and then, so it's only fitting that the city draw attention to its employees who are doing great things. The 2012 Employee Recognition Luncheon was held on May 15th at the Durham Armory. The annual event offers a chance to recognize employees who not only do their job well every day, but who go beyond what is expected of them in order to serve their community. Congratulations to everyone being honored this year, and thank you for all that you do for the City of Durham. And here's a reminder now about more ways you can find out about all the city's latest news. Be sure and like us on our new Facebook page and follow us on our new Twitter feed. Those links are listed on your screen and can also be found on the Public Affairs homepage on the city's website. And of course, you can still find us on demand on the city's website and YouTube channel. I'm Amy Blaylock. Thank you for joining us for City Hall This Week.